All right, well, thank you everybody for tuning in today for another Advisor Access video. I am joined by the wonderful Kirsten Hanna, who has recently joined our Avenue 2 family, and we're going to be discussing Pelican Hill today, which is, for those of you that are not aware, a fabulous property in Southern California. So thank you so much, Kirsten, for joining us today. I really appreciate you taking the time to sit down and chat about this beautiful hotel. And before we sort of launch into that, can you tell me just a little bit about yourself and how you came to the Avenue 2 family?
Yes, absolutely. I am a mother of three and married to a wonderful husband. His name is Scott, and our kids are grown, and we live in North Carolina. So about a year ago, we became empty nesters, and lots of transition. We ended
Quite a life change.
Yeah, exactly. So we moved to North Carolina literally the day we became empty nesters, and at that point in time, I was already working for a travel company. And as I got here and we kind of got life going in North Carolina, I realized it was time for me to move to another company that was a little bit more localized, a little bit smaller, more of a family feel. And so I called a friend of mine who was working for Avenue 2, and she told me all the great things, and I've never looked back. So
wonderful. Well,
I'm here.
we're so delighted to have you in the family. So let's jump into Pelican Hill, which is very, very close to home, quite literally for me, and just a beautiful, beautiful property. But you traveled there recently, and in your ideal world, with a client coming to stay at Pelican Hill, which is a beautiful, beautiful resort, how many nights would you suggest that guests spend here?
Well, the great thing about Pelican Hill, I mean, it has so many things to offer in and of itself. It's just a spectacular property, but it's also located to so many things that your family members may want to do outside of the resort. So I could picture staying there for a solid week and then doing some things outside of the resort. If you're going to be just at the resort, I think you definitely need to give it 3 or 4 nights.
Can you tell us a little bit about some of the activities on property that you would recommend for your guests?
Well, it's definitely a golf destination. The golf is spectacular, 36 holes, Tom Fazio designed. Most of them look, directly down on the ocean. A couple of the holes are down on the ocean. It's just really beautiful. Of course, the pools are gorgeous, and the view is amazing from all over the resort. They have this very unique pool that's a circular pool. It's considered the largest circular pool in the world. So it's 136 feet in diameter. It's really cool.
So with that, we started talking about golf and obviously pools. For on property, with the golf courses there, would you obviously they have 36 holes, so that's 2 rounds of 18 holes. Can you also play 4 holes? Can you play 9 holes as well, or do they require a minimum of?
They have 3 different tiers of how they do their greens fees. So you could play like their regular greens fee is $295, and that's obviously for any time during the day. They have a twilight fee as well. If there's about 4.5 hours left in the day, it is $190, I believe. And then if you play with 2.5 hours left in the day, which really is just enough for 9 holes, that is $110.
So let's elaborate a little bit more on the villa product, because villas are a large part of Pelican Hill, and they do such a great job with them. Tell us a little bit more about your own villa experience there.
Well, I was able to spend time in a 2-bedroom villa, and the wonderful thing about their villa product, like you said, they have 128 of them, 2 and 3 and 4 bedrooms. They offer where, you might get like a two night with the 3rd night free, or perhaps even in times when people want to now work from home, but work from home in some place that they can really enjoy themselves. People are renting the villas out for 2 and 3 months even. And because they are like a home, and then you just walk out onto the golf course. I mean, how fun is that?
And certainly, just to mention as well, that you, Kirsten, and your advisor and your travel advisor can certainly help with long-term stays. I know that's oftentimes something that our clients don't necessarily think of us for, are those extended stays and negotiating rates for longer stays like that. But certainly reach out to your advisor. We definitely have the same, our contacts and our relationship with properties such as Pelican Hill that can offer those extended stays are so strong, and it's certainly something that we're able to help with in that regard as well. Obviously, villas are a very big portion of their inventory, which is really wonderful for families with children or even multi-generational, could fit into a 4-bedroom villa quite comfortably. But the bungalows are quite spacious, as I remember. So even for those that aren't looking for, or perhaps don't have the budget for a villa or need the space, quite honestly, the bungalows, and perhaps you can speak a little bit more to that, are quite spacious and not your
about 850 square feet. Each bungalow is about the smallest is 847 square feet. And then they go up to about 1,200 square feet. Like 2 queen beds or a king bed option versus bedrooms. And those often look down on the golf course or have garden views but so beautiful. So
perfect. Yeah. And those also do have you said they have their own entrances as well. So it's not connected through a interior corridor. Wonderful. And so we would be remiss not to mention the beautiful dining venues that are on property. Can you speak just a little bit about the restaurants?
Sure. So they have 5 restaurants on the property. They are all beautiful. They have these gorgeous lounges as well for, for more of nightlife. They have the Pelican Grill. They have an Italian restaurant that is outdoor, or part of it's outdoor on the decks overlooking the ocean. I mean, their restaurants are really wonderful, but they do have 5 of them.
So even for guests that stay, 3 nights, just not leaving the property, there's plenty of choices from a dining standpoint. Wonderful. Well, are there any, for maybe non-golfers or perhaps one member of the family is a golfer, are there other activities on property that are available or a kids club or anything like that?
Yes, and the spa. I forgot to mention the spa. The spa is a 5-star spa. There's only one. I think it makes the list for Forbes, one of 60 5-star spas in the entire world. So it's definitely a world-class spa. So there's that to do, and then there is a section that's adults only, that has its own pool, and then there's definitely a kids area too, which is really amazing as well. And then there's hiking and all kinds of beautiful things that you can do on the grounds of the hotel as well.
And right at the foot of the hill, I just quickly mention, right at the foot of the hill is the Crystal Cove State Park, which is almost within walking distance. You probably could walk there, to be honest, will take guests right down to the beach, right down to the water access. And it's very, very close. They've got beautiful hiking trails that all overlook the ocean, which you can sort of see in the background of your photo what those views look like, but they definitely look out over to Catalina, the island right off the coast of Southern California. And on a crystal clear day, there's nothing like it. It's beautiful, and the sunsets are spectacular as well. For those guests that are looking to stay perhaps at Pelican Hill a bit longer and take advantage of some of the neighboring activities or neighboring cities, are there any that you experienced while you were here that you'd recommend? Of course, the big one being Disneyland, which is only, I would say, 30 to 40 minutes from Pelican Hill, but a very easy drive. Are there any others that sort of piqued your interest or that you got to experience or would recommend for your clients?
Well, I think even just experiencing Newport Coast, Balboa Island, for people that like to shop, there's Fashion Island, which is very high end, nice shopping, incredible restaurants. All of those are within 10 to 15 minutes of the resort. So they are just an easy, you could even ride your bike to, and head down to Newport Beach. You've got Laguna just a little ways south, just a few more minutes. You've got San Diego within an hour and a half. And then, of course, all that LA has to offer. There's so much to do in the area. If you want beach, or if you want city, or you want to head up to Hollywood, that's just an hour away. As far as location, I do want to say as well, that if you are, coming in domestically, John Wayne Airport is literally 12 minutes away. And LAX for international travelers, which there are so many international travelers, that is a big makeup of people who enjoy the property. LAX is 45 minutes away, and nonstop flights from around the country come in there as well. And so it's just a really easy destination to get away and experience so much in Southern California.
Is there a particular time of year that perhaps you would or would not suggest coming?
Now, that's another great thing about it. There really isn't a time of year that's not wonderful. And then the way they decorate for the holidays, for festive season, is incredible. I mean, there's no detail untouched. It's just magical. It's a magical place to go any time of year. As you know, the Southern California weather is just, there's nothing like it. And no, so I can't even say that I'd pick one season over another. But truly the festive time is worth seeing as well.
For guests that are coming to Pelican Hill, as you mentioned at the beginning, they're probably coming because of golf. Are there any other properties that you would recommend that guests perhaps combine with if they did have 4+ extra nights to combine with their Pelican Hill stay?
Well, if they truly are looking for world-class golf, Pelican Hill has been said to be the Pebble Beach of Southern California. So if you really wanted to try both of those properties, you could go up the coast and just drive, 4 or 5 hours, six-ish. You could truly make an incredible trip by hitting both of those resorts.
Heading up to Pebble Beach. And there's also beautiful properties up there that would pair.
In Bay, and yes, and staying right on Pebble in the lodge would be amazing as well.
Were there any other dining experiences that you had that were particularly memorable, or that you certainly would, or places even just to walk around for a snack or a glass of wine that you would recommend to your guests visiting the resort?
There were a couple places that were exceptional, and then just other places were just so much fun. One place that we ate at one evening was called The Quiet Woman, right there in Newport, and that was a really wonderful little restaurant where we were able to get some really great sea bass and some good steaks, and that was a lot of fun. And then you head down south just a little ways, and the main street of Laguna, we ate called the Lumber Yard, and that was just a little outdoor venue that was just a fun place to go have a glass of wine. And
people watching Laguna is always great.
Oh yes, so artsy and so much fun. And then Fashion Island, we were at Fashion Island a couple times. Some really awesome restaurants there that we ate at while visiting. And then surprisingly, we spent a little bit of time in downtown Orange. There's a university there called Chapman, and we stayed in that area a little bit too. And so for someone who just want to maybe just get away and try something totally different, this little downtown Orange is this little square, and it's just really darling, little college atmosphere going on, and some really awesome restaurants. Just, everybody's sitting outside, and and Southern California is just amazing. And then, of course, Balboa Island, you can just park your car and walk, and all kinds of little teeny little mom and pop restaurants, and then just walk out and look at the boats in the marina. And I mean, it's just incredible.
There's options for everyone in every different type of cuisine. You can, there's not a shortcoming of restaurant choices within a very easy drive of Pelican Hill for sure. I would just be remiss if I didn't mention one of my personal favorite restaurants in the area, which coincidentally is bikeable from Pelican Hill as well, and that is Side Door, which is the side door of the Five Crowns restaurant, which is right in Corona del Mar, almost at the base of the hill where Pelican Hill is. Charming little pub atmosphere, very walkable to some cute shops as well, and a great place for an appetizer or just a drink, or just to stop and rest your feet after strolling around Fashion Island or Corona del Mar.
So nice.
Which is
So
super
nice.
fun. So next time you're here and next
Yes.
time you're out there, I can certainly give you a few of my favorites as well.
Love
in this neck of the woods. So wonderful.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for the time today and talking about this. I certainly enjoy very much diving into Pelican Hill. It's such a beautiful property, and the area is beautiful. I can't lie. It's pretty nice.
I left there. I couldn't stop thinking about it. Can't wait to go back.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you again. And if you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe below and you'll be the first to be notified of all of our new Advisor Access videos as they are posted. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks. Bye-bye.